There we go. Hi, everyone. How are you? Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for coming here today. Welcome, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindi. I am at Simply Cindi. I am a psychic medium. I have lots of tools in my basket. I do tarot, astrology, and hypnotherapy. I do meditation. I do mediumship. I am a medium, first of all. So, um, let's talk about this full moon. Let's talk about the emotional bullshit that I told you I was going to be going on this month. Let's talk about how deep these wounds are. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this full moon. So, we have on the 17th of October, we have the full moon at 24 degrees in Libra. So we've got the sun in Libra. Did I say Libra? And we've got the moon in Aries. Sorry, it's a full moon in Aries. So this is a full moon in Aries. But we got the sun in Libra. So with the full moon in Aries and its conjunct Chiron, there are some deep wounds coming up. We already knew this because of what I said in the October monthly, right? We have these water trines. We have some stuff going on. Things that we hold dear. Remember, Mars and Cancer. Things that we hold dear. Like for me, my country, my land, my people, right? Those things we're going to come up. That's Mars, right? There's, with this full moon, the sun is brightening and shining the light on this moon to illuminate the parts of us in Aries. So what do I identify myself? What if I not allowed to be that I need to allow to be as part of who I am? And the reason I'm saying this is because it's the Chiron wound. There are these deep wounds, and it has to do with your body too, right? Like, what have I not allowed? What have I not said? What have I not shown that I really want to be? Does that make sense? This is Aries. This is the full moon in Aries. This is what's going to be going on. It is connected because if you look, the reason I'm saying all of this is because this full moon is square this Mars in Cancer, right? So the moon and Chiron are squared Mars, and the sun is squared Mars, right? And Mars in Cancer is like, what have I not shown? What do I resent? What have I harbored inside that's going to be shown to me, right? Now here's the other thing, is that this full moon is also squaring. It's not a tight square, but it's a 5 degrees off square. So you guys know I like my orbs at 3 degrees. This one's at 5. I'll still accept it, right? It's a square to Pluto, right? What stability? This Pluto and Capricorn, what system? What system? What system did I think I could lean on that I can't lean on that's showing me something else, right? What I used to think of this particular thing or these particular situations or this particular way, my eyes are being opened. The sun is illuminating this moon. The beauty that I thought I saw in the way that I saw the world compared to me, yeah, that's Pluto bringing that out. What are you afraid of? What did you think you saw that you are now seeing in a different light? Does that make sense? That's what's going to be going on in this full moon. So you guys know how I've told you about the full moons and the rituals or the sort of getting prepared for it, right? Clean your space, take out a pen and paper, take a salt bath, an Epsom salt bath for 10 minutes, no more, no less. Allow yourself to be cleansed, remineralized, Allow that balance to come back in, get all refreshed, then get into your space that's clean, that's clear, that's got good energy, and write down some things that you, some places or some situations that you see yourself in the future, but also understand that you're going to be letting go. I mean, there's been a quote on social media that's like, you can't be that new person if you hang on to the old stuff. You just can't, right? This is your chance. This is your chance where the sun illuminates your illusion, the moon, your perspective, your understanding, your feeling, and says, do you really want to keep this? Do you want to continue this or not? Right? And there's fear there, and there's a deep wound there because of, there is a deep wound about you being able to be you, about you being able to identify as you've always wanted to, right? That could be a lot of different things. That could be like, I've never really gotten to say what I wanted to say. I've never really gotten to do what I want to do. And who are you? What's your identity, right? The reason, like, full moons usually aren't this deep, but this one's pretty deep because we just finished that eclipse, the two eclipses, right? We just finished the two eclipses and we have Chiron. That's a deep wound. That's a wound that you have to work with. It does not heal. You have to work with it. Doesn't mean that it will forever be really, really sore. You learn to work with it and the pain becomes easier. Okay, it's almost like you don't have to focus on the pain anymore. But the pain will still be there whenever you look at it, right? So, and remember, we've just gone through this South Node, right? There's Lilith. This energy's just gone through this new space that we're in because we just had eclipses. Does that make sense to everybody? Now, if you look, this is, again, this one's at 29 degrees. Pluto's at 29 degrees. What systems? And it's, by this time, by the 17th of October, Pluto is not no longer retrograde. He's direct. He's finishing up. You've seen we've had some deaths. We're going to continue to have death. We just had a lot of deaths, right? I told you there was going to be a lot of death. A lot of people transitioning, a lot of people transcending, a lot of people, right? You can't, some people, it's not their time, it's not their way, it's not their path to go through these new portals. Okay? I don't have the answers to all that because it's a bigger thing, right? But when it's your time, it's your time. And when it's not, it's not. I've told you guys, I've seen it. Or somebody should have died and didn't. I've seen that over and over. And somebody shouldn't have died and did, right? And I learned, when it's your time, it's your time. There are bigger things going on. Okay? So we have the 29th degree Pluto. Here comes Mars at 22nd degrees. Remember, I told you guys that 23 degrees is when they start to, for me, in my experience, in all my experience of chart readings, of doing astrology, 23 degrees and on is when they begin to express what they're going to express, like really express it. Okay? Then you have Jupiter, this bigger understanding, because it's connected to the sun, this bigger understanding of this way of you, this full moon being, who do I want to identify as? What am I? Who am I in this world? What am I seeing? What am I going to do? How am I going to be? And then Libra over here is like, it takes more than just you. So you and the group, you and the relationship, you and the other person, right? And I see it as, with this wound, who am I going to be, and how am I going to be able to be honest and have integrity and authenticity in myself as I emerge in a relationship, as I am in a group, as I am with a partner, as I am with new partners that are coming, whether it's business, whether it's romance, whether it's love, whether it's work, whatever it is. These are relationships. We have been talking about relationships. This is what I feel like the full moon is. How are you, because of this wound, going to be able to honor yourself and stay authentic and not lose yourself in relationships? Does that make sense? The full moon is on the 17th. See right here. Hey, very nice. This is how I see the full moon. And because you're going to come to a bigger understanding, you're growing in Jupiter, right? It's connected to the sun, right? It's also connected to this moon. See? So it's trine the sun, it's sextile the moon. So there is something here. A trine to me means you don't have to really do anything. It'll just come to you. A sextile, however, is an opportunity. So you still have to do something to make this opportunity valid, right? So I see with the sun, you see it clearly. You don't have to do anything to see it clearly. But with the moon, which is your feelings, your emotion, your perspective, there's a choice. There's an opportunity there's an opportunity there for you to grow about your identity and with this wound. But that is going to be up to you. You get to decide. But Mars, because that's a square. Remember, it's a square. It's a strong square too, right? Mars, you can almost think of Mars as the energy right between this Chiron and this moon. I'm hurt. It's a deep wound that maybe it's coming up, but I have some resentment. I have some feelings about this. I have some things I want to do about this, right? I mean, you can see it kind of play out in what's going on right now with me, right? Me having to talk about this, me getting so upset about what's going on, this injustice. I have a sad side. My moon is sad. I cannot stand injustice. Okay? I cannot stand it. So, I mean, it's kind of like that. The same scenario is not going to play out for you. It could, but it probably won't. I'm just saying, you can see it in me, right? But there's a deep wound there. There's a deep wound about injustice, right? There's some resentment there, right? So again, but there is an opportunity. This opportunity right here, this sextile right here with Jupiter. There is an opportunity to grow in this. There's an opportunity for bigger understanding. There's an opportunity to be you and merge with the group in new relationships, in new ways, with new people. That makes sense?